Imagine a wild space swap. Earth becomes the red desert world of Mars, and Mars turns into our lush home planet. What a mind-blowing idea! Scientists have already sent robots to explore the Martian surface, and plans are underway for humans to set up shop there one day. So, let's dive into this thought experiment. If Earth and Mars were to switch places, how would life on each planet transform? Get ready for an out-of-this-world thought experiment. Let's switch gears and imagine Earth becoming the arid Mars, while Mars transforms into our thriving home planet. But what would this cosmic swap really mean? We're diving into the impact on both planets, and how life as we know it would drastically change. From drastic weather shifts to new forms of plant and animal life, we'll explore it all. So buckle up and let's blast off with this intergalactic adventure. If you found this idea fascinating, be sure to smash that like button, share your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe for more exciting science-based content. Let's swap Earth and Mars and see how our new planetary system would look. Earth would now be a chilly, distant world, moving in at an average 227.9 million kilometers away from the Sun. That's about 78.3 million kilometers farther out than its current spot. Meanwhile, Mars, now the new home sweet home, would zoom into Earth's previous orbit, snuggling up a cozy 149.6 million kilometers closer to our star. This mind-blowing shift in distance would have huge effects on both planets. But what exactly would change? Stay tuned as we explore this radical reversal and uncover the surprising consequences for life on our new, improved Mars and barren Earth. Imagine Earth suddenly making a cosmic switcheroo with Mars. We're talking instant planetary swap. If this crazy scenario were to happen, our home sweet Earth would find itself a whopping 78.3 million kilometers farther away from the Sun, now orbiting at an average of 227.9 million kilometers out. As a result, sunlight and heat from our star would take a serious hit. Think of it like your favorite cozy blanket being yanked way back on the thermostat. The intense rays we're used to would be drastically reduced, making for some seriously chilly days ahead. But that's not all. This radical shift would also impact Earth's climate, seasons, and even its habitability. Let's dive into the mind-blowing changes our new, icy world would face next. Buckle up, folks. If our Earth-Mars switcheroo were real, get ready for a seriously chilly reality check. With Earth now orbiting at Mars' distance from the Sun, daylight hours would still be long, but the light itself would be as weak as a street lamp on a cloudy day. You might need to rely on your car, headlights, and street lights even during what's left of daytime. Talk about a weird twilight zone. But that's just the beginning. Temperatures would plummet like an ice skater's triple axel. Imagine chilly winter mornings becoming, well, permanent. The poles would drop to mind-boggling lows of negative 153 degrees Celsius, while equatorial regions might scrape by with a lukewarm range of 10 to 25 degrees Celsius. Don't get too cozy though. Most places on Earth would become inhospitable due to the extreme cold. And if that's not enough, there's an unsettling possibility that our planet could slide into an eternal ice age. Yikes. Fasten your seatbelts, folks, because this is getting real. If our hypothetical Earth-Mars flip were to happen, countries already known for their frosty climates like Greenland, Canada, Iceland, Norway, Sweden, and Denmark, yeah, they'd become the ultimate iceboxes, completely uninhabitable. And don't think it stops there. Russia, parts of the US, and China would also become frigid zones where humans could struggle to survive. As a result, people living in these areas would have no choice but to migrate towards warmer climes, leading to an unprecedented population boom in countries that still enjoy a bit of sunshine. Imagine half of Earth's land mass suddenly having to accommodate the entire global population. It's a recipe for disaster. With resources stretched to the breaking point, governments worldwide would likely go all in on controlling population growth, ushering in some serious changes to how we live and thrive on our planet. But here's the thing, there's always a silver lining, even if it's hard to see right now. So, let's talk about one major perk with our planet getting a lot less direct sunlight. We'd also get way fewer harmful UV rays bombarding Earth's surface. That means significantly lower rates of skin cancer and other sun-related diseases. A real win for human health. However, on the flip side, plants would struggle to grow in this new environment. They'd produce much less oxygen through photosynthesis, which is a huge problem because our survival depends on it. And let's be honest, most animals wouldn't stand a chance in these freezing temperatures. In fact, we're looking at an extinction event of epic proportions, with many species disappearing within just a couple of years after this hypothetical flip. It's tough to imagine, but that's the harsh reality. So, if we flip Earth and Mars roles, humanity's gonna face a whole bunch of new challenges. First off, we'd have way less oxygen to breathe, which is super scary. Then, because we'd get less energy from the sun, our food production would take a massive hit. We'd need way more land per person just to grow enough grub. That means famine would be on the menu, and it's not exactly what you want for dessert. To make matters worse, the lower temperatures would make life pretty tough, and we'd have to think fast and adapt super quickly or risk going extinct. Governments worldwide would need to act lightning fast, taking strict measures to help us survive in this new, harsh environment. But here's a fun fact. Mars wouldn't be too happy about its new spot either. However, things would actually get a lot better for the red planet. It'd end up with much milder conditions compared to before. So while Earth's inhabitants would be struggling, Mars might just become a more habitable place, who knows? Let's dive into what happened to Mars in this crazy flip-flop scenario. Things would actually start looking up for the red planet. The lower temperatures would become much more suitable for life, and the ice caps at its poles would start to melt, releasing gases that make its atmosphere slightly thicker. That's pretty cool. Now, when it comes to how this switcheroo would affect our solar system as a whole, scientists are scratching their heads. Some think not much would change. Earth and Mars would just keep on orbiting the sun like they do now. But others believe that any kind of massive shift, like what we're hypothesizing here, could throw off the delicate balance in the solar system that's been finely tuned over billions of years. They worry that it could even lead to planets colliding and potentially trigger a doomsday scenario. Yikes, the universe is full of mysteries, and this is definitely one wild card. You're right, it's probably best we stick to our current spot in the solar system. After all, who needs a Martian makeover? Thanks so much for joining us today and exploring this mind-bending idea with us. Before we sign off, don't forget to hit that notification bell and drop your science questions in the comments below. If you've got something thought-provoking